this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So we're here for another one of our Missing Mojo masterclasses, and I have got some packaging here because there were a couple of people who had asked for ideas to do with packaging. So I have been saving these boxes for quite a while, to be honest. So yep, I thought, oh well, we'll come along and we'll make some stuff with these. So some are really nice. Obviously this one, as you can see, is just an Nescafe box. So, you know, we're just going to kind of like see what we can do with all of these different bits and pieces. So I'm going to use kind of a couple of the nice ones first, I think. So let's just take these ones here first of all. I mean, I've got this, which was a this was a, what do you call it, aftershave that my son had. So just take that sort of section out. I mean, I'm going to save that because maybe we will come along and do something with that another time. All I'm going to do is just cut down the box so it's a better sort of shape, so, or better size. Well, so it's no longer a box, basically. Oh, got there in the end. Right, so going down like that, and then just undo the box. That would be a bit easier, wouldn't it? Yeah, I don't know why that did not occur to me at first. Okay, and then, yeah, we'll just go along here as well. Okay. So that one, maybe we'll do something with the back as well, because that's really nice. I mean, to be honest, this is a really nice box. I mean, which is, you know, partly why I'd kept it. But yeah, isn't it a really lovely box? So hopefully this is going to make some really nice, probably just tags, to be honest. Tags / journal cards, really. Debating whether to keep these, because I could make some long tags with these ones, to be honest. I mean, just how much I think I'm going to get done in the course of this video is just beyond me. But as usual, I'm always like really over ambitious, thinking I'm going to get like, you know, 50 done when I'm probably lucky to get, you know, 3. So yeah, now I'm going to try and peel this off. Okay, so it's made a little bit of a sort of mark along there, but nothing too, you know, too bad, to be honest. I still think it's fine. Just take this one down. Okay. Right. In fact, I'm now thinking, instead of trying to do all of these, which will all be then the same base for the tags. So actually, I think what I'll do, I will take just one of these. So I'll take that one and one long one. We'll take one of these because this one's, again, a really lovely box. So can I just open this out? Oh, again, got that stuff in there. So, oh, I won't be using the back because it's just got that lady's face on there. Not because her face is horrible, because it's beautiful, but just because I will struggle to, you know, do anything with that. So yeah, let's just take this one down. Okay, again, just take that like that. And then let's do one with the Nescafe, you know, caramel latte sachets. Because this one, obviously, you know, this is not an attractive box or anything, you know. So just kind of like do something with a less attractive kind of piece of packaging, I suppose. So, yeah, let's do this. So, again, just take that down on the side. Okay. I mean, it's such a shame that they put all that nutritional information on there now, because, to be honest, the actual box itself is quite nice and neutral. So, you know, I feel like potentially could work with that. The nutritional information, probably not so much, if I'm honest. But, you know, hey, it is what it is. Right, okay, so we've got our boxes. Let me just trim this down here as well. Okay. Now, some of these have got like a sort of film on them. So this one, for example, well, actually all of the perfume boxes, they've got almost like a sort of waxy film, which, you know, may be okay, but I'm thinking it may possibly make things quite hard to glue on. you know, so just kind of that's something to be a little bit aware of. Now this one definitely, you know, it looks rubbish because it's just, you know, just the caramel latte on there. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to get my gesso. Oh, I have actually tried to be organised and brought my gloves along. So, yep, just put my gloves on. Otherwise, they just get so messy. As soon as I get gesso or paint out or anything, that's it. Within 2 seconds, I'm covered in it. So now I can't decide whether I want to actually put the gesso on these because, I mean, like that's so lovely, isn't it? Oh, I'm not sure. Yeah, not sure at all. Right, just going to pull in one of my tissues that's been laying around for wiping stuff up. And I'm just going to put it on with that. So, take the lid off. Okay, right. Now, I'm just going to kind of like smoosh this over here. Like that. But maybe kind of like leave a little bit of the box showing, sort of just on the edges. Like that. Okay. Put that to one side. Right, still debating. What do I do with these? What do we think? What do we think? Oh, it's a really tough choice. Let me just mop out this before I get this all over the underneath side of the box. Right, I think for this one, I'm going to just do a little bit of gesso, hopefully just kind of focusing on the bottom and the top so that I don't go too much over the, you know, that pretty sort of flowery pattern. So we'll just kind of put it here like that. And again, just going to leave some of that black on there because, you know, it's quite dramatic and lovely looking, isn't it? So, and then just at the top, we'll just do a little bit there. Possibly even go over the picture a little bit. There we go. Okay. I've done it at alternate sides just so it's a bit more sort of interesting really, but yeah. Let me just again wipe this down before I put the next tag down because otherwise I get it all over the back. Now the backs I will probably just leave, to be honest, because we're making tags. The backs are going to be suitable for kind of writing on anyway. They're just plain, so I'm not going to kind of worry too much about those. Right, this one. I don't know. Maybe I will just go over like half, kind of, you know. Yeah, just half, I think. So let's go down here like that. Just put it on a bit thicker. Okay. Yeah, like that. Okie dokie, looking good. And then the final one, which is that little tiny skinny tag. Not even sure whether I want to do anything on here with the gesso, to be honest. Although, you know, if I don't do the gesso, I feel like actually it's going to be very boring. So perhaps I should. Yeah, perhaps I should. So I'll just mop out the desk again. Right, okay. So maybe I would just do like the bottom half or something like that. Again, maybe put it on thicker. Okay. Yeah. Right. Just mop out the desk again. Now, do I want to go over with a second coat on any of the other tags? I don't think so, actually. I don't mind having those bits showing through of the sort of patterns. I think it's kind of okay. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there with the gesso. Okay. Now, really annoying because I've got one of those punches, you know, that looks like a shopping, you know, like a packaging punch. And for the life of me, I can't find it anywhere now, which is really annoying because that would have been absolutely perfect for these. But yeah, no idea where it's gone, to be honest. It's got mislaid somewhere. Right, okay. So I probably want to dry these off now. They might be okay, to be honest. They might dry off on their own accord. So yeah, perhaps we'll just leave those and not try and dry them. Now I have got some stencils which I'm thinking we could stencil over these. Now, my only thing is, obviously, not everybody has stencils. And I kind of like try and do these, you know, so they're really accessible to people, a bit like the mass making. So I'm thinking actually stencils probably not great, is it? You know, because then that will disclude people if you haven't got stencils. So yeah, I'm going to avoid the stencils because I don't want to obviously disclude anybody. Okay, so probably the next thing that I want to do is possibly put like some paper or something on these. So I've got a few different papers here. Okay. Right, just need to sort of try and pick things that are going to go. Okay. So maybe on this one, I'll just put a little bit of this. This is just from my From the Vault set 2. And I am currently working on a set 3, which might even be in my shop by now. And hopefully a couple of other things that I've also done and put in there this week. So one is a symphony orchestra kit. It's a kind of updated version. I did have a symphony orchestra before, and this is kind of updating and superseding that. So yeah, it's obviously, you know, loosely based on the same kind of concept, but it's a sort of, you know, updated version really. Right. In fact, talking of that, so this is one of the pages from the symphony orchestra. Now I'm thinking a little section from here. Okay, so yeah, take that down. Maybe just a really small section like that. Okay. There. Just going to put that there or there. Just try it at the top. Okay, and then for these two blue ones, now what shall I do with those? Oh, I've also got another set of floral papers that also, hopefully, to coincide with this video, they're going to be in my shop by the time the video goes up. So yeah, there's another set, which is really a shame because actually I would have loved to have used those now, but I haven't actually put them into the final file yet, so I need them to know which ones are going in and which ones aren't. So yeah, unfortunately I couldn't bring those along, which is a shame because they would have looked awesome on these tags, to be honest. Okay, right, that one. And then, oh, I don't know what to do on here. Don't know as I want that. Okay. Let me put that straight down with my light paper scraps. Okay. Oh, I don't know. I just don't know. Got this. This is from my bees collection. Do you know, perhaps I will use this. I mean, it's kind of like strange choice, but actually I think maybe, yeah, let's be really daring and just go with something strange, shall we? Yeah. Now I'm going to tear this off here, I think. Like that. Yeah. I'm going to put that like that. Now these, where they've got that gold edging, I might actually try and glue the paper over from the gold edging so we've still got that visible. I don't know whether that will really kind of work very well, but let's give that a try, shall we? Okay. Right. Get my glue. Yeah, let's put this one on here. Now, obviously my gesso is still wet, but that's okay. Sorry about the colour of my glue. It's because I've had like that rusting paper clip. That rusting paper clip in there, you know, making sure it doesn't clog up. So, of course, now it's discoloured the glue. Oh, it looks really nice and vintage, to be honest, doesn't it? Okay, so take that on. Right, I just need to be a bit careful. bit careful because my gesso is not dry. Okay. Oh, she says as I've just smooshed straight over it now. Okay, that one. And this one. So I hope everyone's having a good day. Maybe you are doing some crafting. I hope you're having a nice time. Don't forget, do let me know anything that you want to see in the Missing Mojo masterclasses, because, you know, and I've said this loads of times, these are viewer led. So without the suggestions, there's no series. I think this is the 7th one. I felt like I was further ahead than that, but I think this is the 7th one. I need to double check that. I thought possibly this was even the last one, weirdly. So yeah, maybe need to double count, you know, double check it. But yeah, I think we're up to the 7th one. So let me know if there's anything that you would really like to see that we haven't done already. You know, that would spur your mojo on. Something that's a simple, quick, easy project that's going to just kind of like get your creative juices flowing, you know, and kind of spur you on to do some crafting if you've been missing your crafty mojo. So yeah, I would love your suggestions. So okay, put this down here. Right, okay, like that. Okie dokie. Right, the weird thing is I've been hoarding those perfume bottles, like, you know, for absolutely ages, a couple of years, I think, even 1 or 2 of them. And not bottles, the boxes. And obviously this latte box, you know, looks like an eyesore. Do you know, I've got this really funny feeling that my favourite one out of all of these by the time I finish is probably going to be the latte one. Because it just goes like that, doesn't it? You know, like if I've hoarded something and I'm thinking, oh, I can't wait to use that, or I'm going to, you know, do something with that, it often actually ends up pretty disappointing, you know. And when I kind of then use it, I think, oh, I think sometimes because I like pressure myself, thinking, oh no, I've only got that one box, I've only got that one, whatever it is. Been hoarding it forever, you know, I must make a really great job of it. And then subsequently end up making a really poor job of it. So, yeah, probably that's what's going to happen here. You know, because I've kind of like really built it up in my head that it's got to be like, you know, really nice. It'll probably be really rubbish. Okay. Oops. Now I've rubbed some of the paper off. So, yep, already it's going really rubbish. Okay, now I haven't cut this very straight, so I'm just going to kind of like level this up a little bit at the side. Okie dokie. Now, sometimes I quite like just a squarish tag, you know, without doing the shaped bits in the corners. So this one, for example, where I'm trying to keep that gold kind of around the edging, not here where I've gessoed, obviously, but I might keep that as a square one. This one, in that case, I'll cut the corners. So we've got like a, you know, couple of different looks. Like that. Okay. And then this one, oh, I mean, obviously this is very wide. Don't know. Do I take this in or not? I'll take it in a bit. Okay, and then perhaps we'll have this more like a journal card, because, you know, this is going to look really weird if I cut the tag shapes, because it's such a wide, you know, wide piece. Although now I've cut it down a bit, it doesn't look so wide. Yeah, so I think I'm going to just cut the round the corners, I think, for this one. So just around those. Okay. Now, obviously we're not using these stencils, you know, because I said about not using those, didn't I? If you don't have stencils and you still want to get some decorative bits on, you could now use some stamps and things. you know, that's kind of an alternative really for the, if you're not wanting to use stencils. So let me just pull in some ink. So I'll get a bit of red here. Okay. Just see what I've got lying about. Oh, right. Well, I'm going to just use my favourite stamp just because that's what's laying about here. So, okay. In fact, I'm going to stamp it onto here so that I don't just get it all over everywhere. Okay, oops. Just pop a bit there as well. Yeah, that looks okay, doesn't it? Now, these ones, obviously, they're quite dark. I'm not sure how much it will show up. That being said, it might show up here a little bit. So, yeah, we'll just have a little bit there. And then a bit here as well. Yeah, probably that's kind of it. And then, actually, I think... Right, now, I have got some snippet strip that we could use. I mean, that straight away looks really good on there, doesn't it? But I've got a couple here that I've made, so let's have a look. Now, I haven't finished these off. They haven't been, you know, like really decorated up. They're in their basic form. So, yeah, let's kind of just pull them in a bit. What am I going to put on here? So these are all from my fashion plates, you know, my ladies' fashion plate ones. So, yeah, they're really pretty, aren't they? I don't know now what to put on this one. I mean, that's quite lovely. I will be covering up that lovely flower, which is a bit of a shame. It's just... I probably am not going to get any kind of snippet on here because, to be honest, it's, you know, it's too narrow. Okay. Right, let's just have a look. And the other thing that I'd quite like to put on these is some gold edging. So let me just hop off and get my gold paint. Hold on. Okay, so I've got my gold paint here as well now. Oh, I just have got this. Oh my goodness. What about that one on there? I know I'm still covering up that flower, but oh my gosh, that looks really gorgeous, doesn't it? So yeah, that's my bird frames. Right, okay, so I'm going to now just quickly ink some of this up. So, yep. Now, I will ink the other side as well, because this is obviously the journaling kind of side. So we'll just kind of like age it up with the inking on the back. Okay, looking gorgeous. Now, I really want to try and keep some of that packaging showing, really. It's a shame because it's only a very small part of the box, isn't it? Or of the tag. That's a bit annoying, I must say. Unless we go with something more like this. Just tear this edge off. A bit wide really there. Although, possibly that would be okay. Let's just try this. Okay. Or maybe that one. I thought this because the colours were so brilliant. But this one, I feel like it's actually covering up, you know, the main part that I wanted to keep the box for. So, yeah, it's kind of like a little bit silly, isn't it, to use that. So I'm just going to tear some of this little edge down. Okay. Okay. Right. This bit of an ink. And then, yeah, this is going to go on here. So we're kind of covering up that black, really. But that's okay. I don't mind that. Now, do we want to have any sort of black lace or something hanging out? Possibly at the top. You know, because we've got the drama from the black of the tag. So it's like, oh, shall we have a bit more drama? Oh my gosh, I mean, doesn't that look gorgeous? I don't know how well you can see that, to be honest, but yeah, it looks really pretty. So I'm going to just gold around the edge of the tag a bit. So I'm not sure whether I'll do the whole thing, but let's just go around some of it at least. Now, obviously, a lot of this is going to be covered, but just, you know, for if you get sort of glimpses, there'll be sort of glimpses of gold just coming out. Okay. Just go around here. Okie dokie. Like that. Just down the edge. That would do, I think, for that one. Now, do I want to have gold on any others? Well, I'll leave this here in case I do. So I'm going to just wait for that gold to dry before I start gluing the thingamybobby on. Right, this one, absolutely, like, wow. Just really, really, really love that. So, yeah, let's just ink this up a bit. Okay, and again, just going to ink up the back. Okay. Yeah, love how this one looks. So like I say, it is covering up that flower, but to be honest, you know, I think it looks like really gorgeous on there, so I don't even mind. Do we want to have any kind of like labels or anything on there? Just looking around on the desk, I've got a little book plate we could have somewhere. It's quite nice on there. Yeah, that's quite pretty. Like that. Now, do we want anything down here? Bits of lace and things laying around. Don't know now. Just try this little bit here. Could have it more like that, I suppose, to be honest. I still want something down here. I'm not sure what. Let me just have a look at my little buttercup type bits. Could have a butterfly. Oh, the butterfly maybe in the blue. Might be quite nice. These are just from my pale butterflies. I can't remember whether they're called pale or light actually, so I apologise for that. Okay. Oh, this is so good to have got that packaging actually off my floor. It's just been like sat, you know, as you come in the room for literally, like I say, maybe even a couple of years. Really long time. Really long time. I mean, obviously I have been adding to it, you know, at first it was just 2 boxes, then obviously added to it, but yeah, kind of quite good to have finally used it, really. Oh, that's gorgeous, isn't it? Yeah, right, okay, so on here, just, oh gosh, where my glue's seeping out everywhere. Goes from one extreme to the other. 1 minute there's no glue, and the next minute it's pouring out. There we go. Right, I'm going to just pop the book plate on. Okay. And then we'll just pop this down. Now I'm just going to hot glue this on, I think, just so it's kind of like stuck down instantly. Although, to be honest, actually, that is gessoed and things now, so I think it will glue on there fine. And the rest is obviously just, you know, just paper now anyway, so actually it should be fine. Let's pop that down like that. Oh my gosh, I love how this tag looks. This is now going to be obviously one of those hoarded type pieces. I mean, oh my goodness. So I've got rid of the packaging and now I'm going to hoard the tags. I mean, what on earth? What on earth? Might as well have just carried on hoarding the packaging, mightn't I? That's crazy behaviour. Absolutely crazy. Right, I'm going to come back to that, you know, in a minute. So let's just kind of like decorate up the others. So this one, again, just going to ink around. So it looks a bit more sort of grungy. Okay, actually I will ink the back. So this one I've left like in that sort of like cardboard boxy type colour. But you know, that's perfect for writing on. So it doesn't need kind of anything else on there. It doesn't need gestuing or painting or anything like that. It's absolutely fine as it is. Okay. Now that is kind of like quite wide, but what do we think? I think it's okay. Let me just check whether there's a different one that would be better. No. Wish I'd covered up that orange now, because that's bugging me, being able to see that. It's kind of like, oh, that doesn't really have any place on here, does it? But well, I could always put the hole or something for the tag on there, couldn't I? And then it would be covered. So yeah, I think I'll do that. And then, you know, people won't notice it then. Right, okay, let me just get my cut pieces. Let's see if I've got any kind of label or anything. Oh. So these are some of my perfume bits. Thinking, let's just take this down. Oh my goodness, that's really nice, isn't it? So yeah, let's put this in or on. Like that. Oh, I love how that looks. Yeah, that's really, really nice. Right, let's hope this is going to glue down nicely on that box. You know, the box is sort of glossy-ish, but it will hopefully be okay. Okay. Like that. And yeah, then the little violin there, and then oh, I've got these flowers. I wonder, let's just take one of these and just see. Yeah, these are just the perfume collection papers, I think, from the light ones. Don't mind that, actually. Just check whether I prefer it like this. I mean, it's covering up, obviously, you know, some of that paper, which is a bit of a shame, but it does look quite pretty, doesn't it? Don't know whether it's necessarily going to show up that much. Maybe it's not really going to show up enough. ink it up a bit. Well, it might do actually, especially if I glue it more over to the edge. So I'm so sorry. I've got this terrible frog in my throat ever since I had COVID. You know, a couple of weeks ago or a few weeks ago. I just can't get rid of it. It's really annoying. You know, it's annoying constantly clearing my throat like that. So I apologise for it. Must be annoying to listen to. There we go again. Okay. Yeah, like that. And then I will obviously cut those flowers off that are overhanging. Oh, I've just now spotted I've just got a label. Oh, isn't that annoying? I wish I'd seen that first. I could have had that instead of the flowers, probably. Oh, I'm going to peel them off now. Because I think that label would look better, wouldn't it? I hadn't spotted that until just now. And I thought, oh, that's much nicer actually on there. Okay. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's so nice. Already I'm like, oh, I love that. That is gorgeous. Right, let me just see whether I've got any of my French labels anywhere. In my little fussy cut box. I might be running out now. Coming to the point I need to print some more. But I just see. Oh, I have got some of my roses. I'm just going to leave that there just in case. Got some bits from the Mulberry Garden, which I just thought, I wonder if I want any of those on any of them. Let's just put that there. Hang on. Hang on. No, I don't think I have. Again, need to print some more of those off now. I have got some more fussy cuts here actually, so let me just double check. Ah, here we go. Here we go. Yeah. Okay. Upside down at risk of dropping them everywhere. Hang on. There we go. Right. I thought, well, that's funny. What did I do with those when I printed them off? But you know what it's like. I could have used them, you know. I just couldn't remember. So, right. Okay. Now, which colour did we want on here? Let's go for, yeah, let's go for this one. I'll just take those down because I might use one of these somewhere else. So, right. Yeah, so these are my French labels. I just thought one of those might be really nice on there. Okie dokie. Oops, don't want to go over that man's face. So, yeah, we could have it. Maybe we'll have to have it there. So we're not going over his face. Right, okay. So this I'm going to glue down now. Just going to pop some hot glue to really hold this down. Oh, flicking everything everywhere. Okay. Put this down here. Oops. So we've successfully covered up where it said Nescafe. Didn't really want that showing. Yep. Okay, that one. And then we'll just pop this little label on. You know, now I went to the trouble of finding them. might as well actually use it. So, yep. And these are my little music frames, which the symphony orchestra obviously is more music themed things. So, yeah. Right. Do I want to go with gold edging? I think maybe just some. So maybe not everywhere, but just kind of like, you know, maybe just touch 1 or 2 bits. And now I'm like, oh, perhaps we'll go around all the corners. And then the top one here. Okay. Oh my goodness, how gorgeous does that look? I mean, when you think that that came from one of those, you know, Nescafe boxes, it looks pretty lovely, doesn't it? Okay, right, so that's that one. Now this one, let's hope that that gold's dry. Yep, it is. So we were going to have the lace. Again, let's just check which way up the lace goes, like that. There we go. So the lace just hanging out, kind of like just, you know, makes it more, you know, exaggerated, I suppose, and, you know, more to it. So I'm going to just hot glue this on, just so it's instantly glued down. Okay. Oh my goodness, isn't that just so gorgeous? Now I have got this black label here, so let's just see, because this might just kind of like, you know, add to the drama of the black on here. So just see. Which has been your favourite project in the series so far? I've quite liked them all, to be honest. I've had quite a lot of fun doing all of them, but I quite like this one actually. This is very fun. Although, to be honest, I mean, every week I think, oh, I really enjoyed that. Oh, I really enjoyed that. But yeah, let me know, has this actually, you know, has this helped with your missing your crafty mojo or not? You know, maybe it's not helped at all. Let me know how your crafty mojo is going. Is it coming back? Right. Now, do we want to have a butterfly on here? I mean, we could try this green one. I feel like the green is sort of picking up all the greens, you know. I mean, her dress is bluey green, but like there's a bit of a green vibe going on here generally, so. Okie dokie. Let's just see. Isn't it weird? You see, this is the box. This is the main box that I have been hoarding. To be honest, truth be known, probably this is the main reason I bought the perfume. You know, because I thought, oh, I'd love to use that box for crafting. And now look, this is the box that I'm now struggling to make look nice. It's just always the way, isn't it? You know, those ones that you kind of like hoard and hoard. Actually, I end up sort of mucking them up really and not, you know, not feeling as happy as I should with the finished result. And it's just, yeah, same with everything. I mean, the same really when, you know, when you buy some clothes, maybe you've seen something in the shops that you've thought, oh, you know, I love that. And I keep going back to the shop and I think, oh, shall I get it? Shall I? You know, and then you finally buy it. And guaranteed that's the thing that, you know, I end up hardly wearing, not really liking that much, compared to the thing that, you know, cost me like no money whatsoever. And yeah, I kind of literally buy it on a whim. And then I wear it all the time. I absolutely love it. It's just so weird, isn't it, how that goes? I don't know about this, to be honest. I feel like we're now getting 2 different halves to the tag, which just seems a bit strange to be, you know, to be honest. So yeah, it feels a bit weird for me. That also looks weird. Oh dear. Definitely, you know, a mistake. It's a mistake to hoard things thinking you're going to just, oh, make this masterpiece. You know, I think that's what it is. It just puts too much pressure on, and then it's like, oh no, you know, I can't possibly do anything with it now. Okay, right, I've put the green butterfly on now, and then actually I thought what I'll do, I'm going to just pull in my labels again, and let's do a greeny label. Maybe that will, yeah, maybe that's what it needs to sort of bring the green in. But this just goes to show, you know, when you're saving your packaging, actually it doesn't have to be pretty packaging. I mean, I had this lovely box from the perfume, and actually for me this is making the worst tag. This one is gorgeous just from the Nescafe box. So, you know, don't kind of be pressured and think, oh, you know, I haven't really got a suitable tag, or, you know, a suitable box. Actually, it might be that, you know, what you deem as not suitable is going to make the best tag, or the best, you know, the best project. Let's just see whether we need some lace under there. Whoops. Okay, I'm going to just do it like that, I think. Whoops. So let's just glue this down with the hot glue. Okay. Yeah, weird. I mean, I'm not loving that tag, to be honest. But hey, maybe I will prefer it once we put like a thingy-me-bob. What do you call it? You know, like some ribbon or something on it. Yeah. Right, I don't know quite what to do with this little skinny one. What should we do? What should we do? What should we do? I mean, to be honest, what we could do is just keep this like super simple and just have something like, I don't know, a label or something like that running down, maybe a butterfly, something like that. Oops, you know, going for the really kind of just less is more. I mean, it's not very often I say less is more, to be honest. I'm normally ever, you know, a more is more. But yeah, let's give this a go. Right, now, if we have this, I'm feeling like it needs to be sideways on. Unless we had it at the bottom, but then we've got a big giant amount with nothing. So that's, yeah, just very weird. Let's just see. Or we could, like, you know, have a couple of labels on there at least, so there's a bit more going on. Just put that edge down. Right, let's ink it up. Ink it up on the other side. Now, do you remember this is that one with the torn edge? But, you know, like I say, I don't really mind that. You'd still be able to journal over that. It's all fine. Trying to think, really, what else, you know, shape-wise would be quite good on there, because obviously it's now long, you know. I'm going to rummage through my packet of, like, die cut type pieces. Hang on. Oh, I've got loads in here, but I've actually forgotten all about, so let's just have a quick look through here. Oh, these are mainly journal cardy type shaped ones. Yeah, they're not really kind of like fussy cuts as such. These are more journal card type pieces. I have got a bird one. A bit wide. I mean, it is literally the width of the piece. It's okay. Or we could do something really like, whoa. Oh, hang on. What if we had something like that on there? And that's quite pretty. What do we think? Or we could have it further up this end. Oops. Maybe just this here or something. What do we think to that? So that's quite nice. Got these girls. Again, they're a little bit on the big side. It's very narrow, this tag, so it's quite hard to find something. Oh, got a perfume bottle there. That might be quite good. Oh, or actually, yeah, I've got some of my fashion plates. These are just the, oh, what do you call them? Like the little fashion plate, I don't know what I would call them, but yeah, the fussy cut ones. So we could use something like that. We've got a little number tab there. Right, let's just have a look at this. Oh, maybe something like this. I mean, the irony, this is a bit too small. This one's a bit too big. I mean, wow. We're back to the whole Goldilocks thing, aren't we? But I mean, we could have that. It's a bit kind of like, oh, you know, the bottle's like way smaller than the label, you know, proportionally. But I mean, it does look okay, doesn't it? So depends really whether we want to keep it sort of colourless or whether we want to go like colourful. I mean, that is pretty. I mean, to be honest, that could even be a belly band on a page. Could just glue it either end. I'm wishing really that I'd covered this blue up a little bit more, because it feels like it's a little bit, you know, there's a lot of blue there, which is a bit of a shame, but hey ho, I didn't do. Unless we put this more up this way. Oh, that's quite nice actually. Yeah, that is quite nice. Right, I might do that. And then I might even have a bit of lace or something coming out beneath it. Maybe a number tab. Maybe this little label. This is kind of like blue shades. So it would just pick up that blue of the bird. Okay. Yeah, I think probably that one's my favourite out of all of the things we've done. Right, I'm going to put that there. Now, thinking a bit of lace coming out at the bottom here. Let's just see. Could have it there, coming out like that. Oh yeah, right, let's just do this. Oops. Okay, so yep, put that down like that. Okay, right, just going to hold that lace there like that, and yeah, we'll just pop this down here. Okay. Like that, and now do we want to have maybe this one here actually, so just pop that, oops, pop that on there. Looking good. Do we want the number tab? Yeah, we'll just have that one up there. Like that. Okay, right. Oops. Oh dear. Dabbed all sorts over here. Oh gosh, what a mess. Had not realised that was my tissue that I've been using to dab up everything. So, yep. Right, okay. Now I'm just going to just top up that gold that's around the edge, just because I'd obviously gessoed over here. So we just get like a little bit going on there. Okay. And just a bit down here as well. Yeah. I will just put just a little bit around here. Okay, right. Looking good. Now, did we want to have any gold on this one? Oh, should we just put a little bit round? So, yeah, just doing a tiny bit here. There we go. Okay, right. Right, looking good. Do we want a butterfly on here? Just last bit? No, because I think the butterfly is going to be very big compared to, you know, everything else. Right, okay, so that's our four tags that we've done. And then we're just going to finish them off with like, yeah, ribbon or something. So have a look here. Now, I did say about putting it in this corner, didn't I? So that we're covering up some of that orange. I mean, to be honest, not that you can really even see the orange now. But yeah, this one obviously I want to have in the middle. Okay, and oh, where would we have it here? On the corner or in the middle? Oh, let's have it on the middle. And then this one, which is hands down my favourite out of all of them. Middle or side? Oh, let's go for the side. Actually, I'm going to go for this side. Okay, right. Okie doke. So, I'm going to go for sari silk, I think. That's what we've got here in the way of sari silk. Right, we've got this, oops, this green. I mean, weirdly, that green should really go on here. I'm feeling like it possibly is like, yeah, a bit clashy. I know that sounds weird, but yeah, I almost feel like it looks a bit clashy on there. Let's just have a rummage and see what else I've got. Really need to buy some more sari silk. I have got some, but not necessarily in any colours that I want to use. So yeah, I'm running low on colours. I've only really got a couple of colours that I don't necessarily use very much. So got this turquoisey colour here. Oh. Right, hold on. Oh gosh, it's all knotted up now. Come on. Oh gosh, really is very knotted, unfortunately. Hang on. Right. Okay. Wow, after all that, I don't think this is quite right for any of them anyway. So, yeah, that was a waste of time, wasn't it? I've got this bright pink. Again, it's not really quite right, is it? No, 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 no. Oh. No, none of that. Okay, we're back to the drawing board. Right, hang on a moment. Okay, I've had a rummage around and I've dug out a bunch of sari silk here. So, got a variety of colours here. Now, I'm thinking this really lovely, like, sort of corally pink colour. I'm actually thinking for this. So, yeah, kind of like unexpected choice there. We could play it safe and go with the ivory, which I'm thinking maybe is more popular. Oh, again, wish I was live and I could hear you guys. So, I mean, this is really striking and really like, whoa, like very impactful. This one probably more people's taste. Oh, perhaps I should be a bit more reserved and go with the one that's going to be to more people's liking, because yeah, I feel like that's not probably going to be most people's cup of tea. I've got this one, which I'm thinking is probably quite nice on there, which actually weirdly is pretty much the same colour as the other one. Then for these two, I've got these couple of blues. So we could either have a blue or we could have an ivory, and again for both really. So I have got a sort of greeny colour. No, it's not really quite right, is it? I have had to move around, by the way, because the weather is quite dull today, and so there was some stuff here which was just creating quite a bit of shadow, so I've moved it. Hopefully it's a bit better now. But yeah, every time I put my arm here, it's just literally, the shadow's unbelievable today. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, it's just weird lighting. Right, let's try this for a minute. So literally just going to tie, you know, a pretty bow in the corners. Oops. So that's the ivory. I'm going to have to try it with that bright colour because I can't resist, to be honest. I feel like that bright one's going to look really, really nice. Let's just do it with this one. Okay. Yeah, who'd have thought that that Nescafe box would be transformed into this really pretty journal card. Yeah, it looks gorgeous, doesn't it? Okay. What do we think? I do like the splash of colour, to be honest. So yeah, let's just go for the splash of colour. So like that. That's that one. Then this one I'm going to do the same colour again, I think. Or like I say, we could use the green. So that's the green, and that's the pinky colour. Green or the pink? Oh, let's go for the pink. It did look nice, didn't it? Or actually I did have this colour. No. Right. Okay. Yeah, it's just really weird lighting. I don't know why, but there's just really a lot of shadow today. Really annoying. So, like I say, as soon as I put my arm here, it's like a huge, great big shadow on the desk. Don't know why. I'm not filming at a different time of day or anything like that. But yeah, it's really bad today. Right, that one. And then these two. Right. Now, which colours are we going to go for with these? So we've got the blue. Or we've got the ivory. I think the ivory definitely for this one. Should we do the blue for this one to be, you know, a bit adventurous? Otherwise we're just being really boring, aren't we? So, yeah. Also, this is slightly narrower sari silk. I've obviously torn it in half, so it kind of works quite well for this because this one's a skinny tag, so it, you know, couldn't really handle something too thick, I think. So it's worked out well. Oh, now look what I've done. Yep, I've obviously torn that in half, and now it's vulnerable to tearing. Oh dear. Oh gosh. Yep, I'm struggling to do it up at all. Right, let's tie it around like that again. Okay. Oops, come on. Oops. Oh, can't get this bow to look very good, but it's just wanting to keep coming undone. I don't know what's going on. I think I'm obviously not really wanting to tie it too hard in case I tear it again, but it's not really working. Let's try it again. Right. Hopefully it's really caught now. Yeah, it's a bit better. Oh dear. Okay, like that. And yep, just cut that down here. There we go. Oh my gosh, come on. There we go. Oh, keep saying there we go, and then it's still not done. That one. And then, yeah, let's do just the last one here. Get rid of that off the desk. So, yeah, this one is absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? I love, love, love how this has turned out. Right, pull that through. Okay. Let's make that bow a bit better. There we go. Absolutely gorgeous. So what I would do then, I just like to just put a little dab of glue kind of at the base of the bow, which will hopefully just kind of like prevent it from coming undone. You can kind of like put it in here a bit, you know, so it's sort of like, you know, just keeps that knot or the bow, you know, done up really. You know, it's not visible, but just prevents it from undoing. I always get a bit paranoid, you know, that they're going to come undone otherwise. So I like to just, you know, make sure that they are securely held with a bit of glue. Like that. Okie dokie. And then this one here. Okay. Okay, and then the last one is this one, obviously. Okay. Again, just a bit on the other side as well. Right, there we go. So that's our tags from packaging. So we did 4, which I think wasn't too bad. Let me know which one is your favourite. Weirdly, again, as I kind of like predicted at the beginning, my worst one is this one, that box that I'd been hoarding for that time. Absolute crazy. My favourite one is this one. I absolutely love, love, love how that one's turned out. It looks so pretty. Closely followed by the Nescafe box. Now, who would have thought that the Nescafe box would be like, you know, there as one of my favourites, but I absolutely love how that turned out. So yeah, let me know which one is your favourite. Is your favourite the same as mine? Or, you know, what do you think to this one? The one that, you know, I had obviously been hoarding that box for that time. So yeah, let me know which one you like best, and hope that you feel inspired to kind of like give a go with some of your packaging, you know, and get your crafty mojo kind of back in check. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to please leave some comments for suggestions for the other couple of episodes that we've got left, because like I say, otherwise we're not really going to have any series left. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. Really appreciate a big thumbs up for the video, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would really appreciate you subscribing. Thanks so much then. Bye.